Fibromyalgia has 18 points in the body. If you pass 11 positive, you have fibromyalgia. Some people are as high as 18. They hardly can work, and doctors say it's just psychological. It's not psychological. How old are you?
I'm 41.
40. Where are you from?
I'm from Iran.
Okay. When did you leave Iran, or were you born?
10 years ago. 10 years ago, I leave Iran.
Okay. Fibromyalgia is very easy to diagnose by somebody who stands next to you. You need to put pressure at 2.5 pounds per square inch, or 2 kilogram round. The best one is round at the finger, tip of the finger. The first thing you do, you take the back of the ankle. You know where your tendons are, the back of your foot? This is point 1 and 2. You get your wife to squeeze between the 2 fingers these tendons. If they are painful and you cannot stand it, don't kick her and don't push people around. It means you have been abused on standing on your feet. That's the first sign of fibromyalgia. So you have the first 2. Then there is 2 inside your thigh, which goes near the shy line. Women think you want to touch them. But these 2 point pressure points is point number 3 and 4. Again, if you push with a pressure point hard, you feel pain. So now you have 1 and 2, 3 and 4. Then on the back of your shoulder, you have 2 points in your shoulder blades. You press those deep, and if you feel pain, that is 5 and 6. Then under your arms, there are 2 pressure points on your ribs. When you press it, pain. Then there are 2 points in front of your chest near collarbone, number 9 and 10. You have 2 points by the neck or your ear, number 11 and 12. There are 2 points on the back in the spine, just behind your hips, number 13 and 14. Then you have 2 pressure points, which sits on your sinuses on either side of your nose, number 15 and 16. Then you have a final point. These 2 points are very, very different and changes the position. You press on the side of the breast if there is a pain. Number 17 and 18. If any of these numbers, 18 comes to 11, you have fibromyalgia. You feel the pain. You kick people. So don't touch, it hurts. Fibromyalgia comes by you're exhausted, because to keep these pains under control takes a lot of energy every day. These are emotional damages which done on you. Abuse by family or friends before the age of puberty. That is around 12, 14. Am I correct?
Yes, exactly.
Yeah. This creates a psychological depression in the brain, which leads not wanting to work, exhaustion all the time. Because you have to understand, to service each pain, which is part of this, takes something like 10 to 20 calories a day. If you have 20 calorie energy loss by 18, that's nearly 400 calories a day is wasted just on servicing these pains. So if you take 1,400 calories a day or 600, you're already short by 400. You're exhausted, you're tired. If you cannot walk, means they have told you you're incompetent, you cannot do anything.
Well, sometimes barely I can walk.
Yes, I understand. So with the fibromyalgia, this is the structure. Ask Dr. Mujara to put you in touch with me. I'll take you out of it within 2 to 3 weeks.
Thank you so much.
The process is not this way. Fibromyalgia has a specific process. I had people who for 17 years could not even go to work. They had to work 2 or 3 hours a week to get paid by social services. And they spent the whole week recovering for those 2 or 3 hours to stay alive. And in less than 3 weeks, they were cooking and everything else and living a normal life. You have to understand, fibromyalgia is a psychosomatic by abuse and what we call before puberty. Then, if you enter the workforce, or when not the workforce, but when you cross puberty, number 17, 18 changes position. So, this is your tits, tip of your breast, and these are your last ribs. You line up. If you have a woman, you lift your breast up, you take your tits, and you go directly line to the rib. And you pressurize these 2 points. These become 18 and 17. If you have no pain, let's call it for ease 20 and 19. If you have no pain on 2019, you have fibromyalgia. If you have pain on 20 and 19, you have what is known as fatigue. '19 and 20 comes after puberty, comes from subordinate. You have a boss who tells you you're useless and you accept it. You're there, your wife tells you you're incompetent and everything else. You work in an office because now you are a teenager and you grow up and they blame you for everything and you know it's not your fault. You start getting depression. And this is clinical fatigue, CF and FM. CF comes after puberty FM comes before puberty, around 12 to 4, up to 12 years, 13 years. This comes from any time, from age of 14 to end of life, whatever that life will be. You can get fatigue anytime. A lot of people accept a lot of pressure at work because they need the bread to put on the table, and the boss is ruthless. He thinks he's the boss.